facts. Hey, know you can kill that. We the ones bringing the skill back. Know you can feel that. Know you been waiting on someone to bring you the real back. Party time, excellent. Turn it up, we turn to ups. Never late, don't mistake us for no other bushes. Yo.
What up, though?
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is, man. First of the party, man. Podcast episode 9. Your co-host, First of the Party, Breeze.
It's your boy Lex. You know what time it is. It's time to turn up.
Get it.
Detroit basketball. Let's go.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it, bro.
This week we had a tough week here in Detroit land, man.
Yeah.
Winless. Gave up a few games. The OKC game hurt. A lot of trade talks going on.
The trade deadline is
what you cooking up? Let's talk some trades, man. Let's talk some
trades, man. The trade deadline coming up, so man, it's a lot going on, man. And all my trades for the Pistons are surrounding Jeremy Grant. The NBA, when they look at the Pistons, they look at Jeremy Grant as our most valuable asset outside of Cade Cunningham. We ain't giving up Cade for nobody right now. So Jeremy Grant is next in line. And I've been hearing rumors swirling around, bro. I've been hearing some rumors. One of the first ones I heard, man, was a trade rumor of Jeremy Grant and Josh Jackson get sent to the Sacramento Kings for Buddy Hield and a 2022 first-round pick. Let's talk about it. What you think about that? We got Buddy Hield stretching the flow out. What we got?
I love Buddy Hield. I think a change of scenery will do wonders for Buddy Hield. I always wonder what Buddy Hield would do out east.
For real.
I think he can have an impact on Detroit similar to what Rip Hamilton had. I'm not going to say he's going to give us 18 a game like Rip did, but I feel like that shooter, that scorer, that leading scorer, you can use that. Floor spacing helps Cade.
Most definitely.
Floor spacing helps Killian. Floor spacing helps everybody. I love the gun. Great three-point shooter. And an underrated
defender, bro.
Yeah, underrated defender. So I love Buddy Hield. Older player. He played a few years at Oklahoma. So I like Buddy Hield.
I think he'd be a great fit here.
I think he'd be a great fit. I think it's you said Jeremy Grant and who else?
It would have been Jeremy Grant and Josh Jackson for Buddy Hield, and then the Sacramento Kings this year's first round pick, which will be outstanding for the Pistons. Yeah, because we probably gonna have a top 3 pick, and then Sacramento not good either. So that's another that could potentially be 2 top 5 picks if we play if it boiled down for us like that. You know, that'd be crazy, bro.
I would counter because I don't know how logical it is that they're going to give up the first round pick. So I would counter that and take Josh off, or I would leave Josh on there and take the first round pick off and tell them to throw Bagley in the deal. Now that would make more sense. I think that would give us more depth. A young player that could be like a reclamation project. I like Marvin Bagley, and I think with Buddy Hield, that'd be perfect. I love that. I like that.
The thing I like about Marvin Bagley is his age. He young. He only 22 years old. He a project. He has been underused in Sacramento. Him and Buddy Hield is not happy. They're not happy in Sacramento. It's been reported. I've been reading a lot about it. They both
Luke Walton.
You know what I'm saying?
Luke Walton.
Yeah, you feel me? So I think it'll be a good one, bro. I'm gonna ask you. I want to know what you feel about a couple more of these trades too, man. We got the Pelicans on deck next. Okay. This one is very interesting to me, man. So I've been hearing once again, Jeremy Grant, he get traded for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I was very high on him in the draft. If y'all go back a couple episodes earlier in our First of the Party podcast history, you will see I was high on him. And he's been producing in the league along with Jackson Hayes. And then the first round protected pick from Milwaukee. They got a first round pick with Milwaukee. And I think it's it's probably going to be a later pick because Milwaukee really good. Those guys for Jeremy Grant. And the reason why it's so much for Jeremy Grant, because Jeremy Grant is a veteran player. He's going to be a part of a team that's going to help somebody be winning in the playoffs, just like he was in Denver before he got here. That's why his value is so high. So what you think about that? Grant for Nickeil, Jackson Hayes, first round pick from Milwaukee.
I think Jackson Hayes brings something that this team is missing. That's a rim runner. Somebody that can that's a lob threat. Somebody that, like if Killian get in the paint that can just throw it up there and he can go catch lobs. Big guy that can run the floor. protect the rim, block shots, and rebound. I love it, especially right now where we lack a lot of size.
Mm-hmm.
KO down right now with the injury, and I really believe Beef should be off the bench. I think he
Mm-hmm.
more effective with his energy. He can play with all that aggression off the bench. Foul trouble won't be an issue. Um, I love Jackson Hayes, Nikhil Alexander Walker. I love him too. Good defender.
Yeah.
Can fill it up. Um,
And he gives an athletic scoring that we're missing here in
good
Detroit too. It's
size
not
too.
always about it's not always about the
6'5".
threes. We do need the threes, but he definitely an athletic scorer. That make a difference when you can put somebody out there that got that type of energy. We can play faster with people like him. You
I
know,
think with him,
I like that.
I think when you add him, you take Corey Joseph off the floor, which
He can
uh
go, bro. No
he can
problem.
stay on the team. I think he'll be vital as that veteran on the team, keep the young players out of trouble, be the extra coach, another eyes. You know what I'm saying? But he needs to be off the floor. Either Saban Lee or Walker there. So that's not a bad deal. The pick is a later first round pick, but I'm not opposed to adding another first round pick. I mean, hey,
Hell no,
diamonds in the
never,
rough. You got to
never,
remember
bro.
Nikola Jokic was picked 41st.
Man,
Draymond was a second round pick.
when you posted that on our First of the Party Facebook page, by the way, I hope y'all following that. When you posted that, I had totally forgotten. Like, damn, he was a second rounder, bro. You
Crazy.
know, so that was crazy, bro. Denver found a diamond in the rough for real, man. Now, speaking of Corey Joseph, we do need veteran, but we need better guard play off our bench. I do like Saban Lee, but Saban Lee reminds me of he's like Ish Smith, a younger Ish Smith, right? Okay, so this is what when I thought about that, I said, you know what? I think this will be a good trade as well, right? For the Hornets. We're gonna take Jeremy Grant. All right, we're gonna trade y'all Jeremy Grant. Y'all give us PJ Washington, which is a rim protector, and he can stretch the floor with a 3-ball. Give us James Bouknight, y'all rookie, and then Ish Smith as well. You give us them 3. Y'all not using Ish. Y'all not using Ish like that. James Bouknight is a very good basketball player. I called it. I told y'all that he's going to be a professional scorer. He can fill it up, but he's not being used. He can't crack that rotation over there with those other young Hornet guards. You got LaMelo. You got Scary Terry over there. Let him come over here to Detroit. Y'all get Grant with somebody that y'all need because the Hornets is in playoff contention right now. I think that'll be a good trade for both sides.
I think it's a lot that they'll be giving up for Jeremy Grant, but they are a playoff team and he will fit what they need. A long defender, third to fourth option player, because that's what he is on a good team or a team
Most
contender.
definitely.
And that's where he's more deadly as that third or fourth option. I think a more realistic trade though is because Miles Bridges didn't get his contract, that option, the rookie option. So he's a free agent at the end of the season. PJ Washington is locked up long term. And I think they both are I think they're stunting each other's growth. I think PJ Washington could develop more if Bridges wasn't there. We know Bridges is from the city. We know that the Pistons are more than likely going to go after him in free agency. I think a better trade would probably be keep Bouknight, because I don't think they'll give up Bouknight. That boy a beast.
He is, bro. He is
nasty.
a beast.
You put
I'm
me
trying
on
to downplay it so they
you
can
put
go
me
ahead
on
and
him in
ship
the
dog.
draft, bro. You put me on him in the draft, and I'm like, yeah, he athletic. He go at it. He attack.
Man.
I think Bridges for Grant makes more sense. I think Bridges fits the timeline of the young players, and like I said to you earlier, I think Jeremy Grant in that with that timeline of them players in the playoffs with Gordon Hayward and Scary Terry, he'll be a perfect third or fourth option, and he'll help that team. But I think Miles Bridges, I think he fits the timeline, and I think that'll be a more realistic move if we go out there and grab him just because of the player option that wasn't renewed.
Okay. And this is my last one, man. And this one is it's kind of shaky, but I can kind of see it. We'll be trading with the Warriors. We send Jeremy Grant to the Warriors, who is already dangerous, right? They can have them another veteran scorer over there. I mean, he fits them great because now he can't shoot the 3-ball. He can shoot it well enough to stay on the floor, and he does a lot of other things well. So we send Jeremy Grant to the Warriors, bro, and they come ahead and send us James Wiseman and Moses Moody back here to Detroit. And we both are high on Moses Moody. Moses Moody, if you don't know who he is, a rookie that came from Alabama last year, that kid can fill it up, man. That he is going to be a professional scorer in this league. And then James Wiseman, man, he's a project, man. He hasn't played any part of this year, but we looking for him to be healthy, in the future. So I think that'll be a really good deal, though, man. Honestly,
I think this might be the best trade that you came up with. And think about this too. Moses Moody played high school basketball with Cade Cunningham. So there's ties. There's ties there. This has been rumored. Man. This has been rumored a lot. Wiseman played very good last year. Protects the rim, can knock down a jump shot from 3-point land. He can mid-range his jump shot. Remember he was the first pick of the NBA draft. I think I love that move. I think you can move Beef to the bench. You can start him. That's probably the best move, man, because Moses Moody gives you that guard that come off the bench, or he can be play the two. But Moses Moody is a scorer, can defend. He's got chemistry with Cade, and he fits the timeline. I love that move. That's probably the best trade besides that Buddy Hield and Buddy Hield. But Moses Moody and Wiseman, that would be a hell of a trade.
Because we already got a young core, that's perfect.
Grant fits their timeline. That gives Golden State a player who's a veteran, but he's still got some youth at 27, 28 years old. Played with Draymond in the Olympics this past summer.
And Draymond loved Jeremy Grant. Yeah, it's been documented, but they have a great relationship, bro.
So
I think that's a win-win for both sides.
That trade could be. I can see that trade happening like soon.
You know what?
That trade.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I was gonna jump into mine because
I would love for us to backtrack. I don't never ever think that the Pistons should backtrack. In this particular case, I do think we should. I think we should go after Christian Wood. He's the perfect 5 right now, bro. As far as in today's game, the kid can score, from everywhere. He gives you firepower. He's gonna play good enough defense. He's not a superstar yet, too. This would be a great time to get him before the price go up. Because wherever he go, because Houston is horrible, and he's producing in Houston. So wherever he leave is more than likely going to be better than Houston. So the price is down right now. And I'm trying to say you want to get on him now while he's hot. You know what I'm saying? Before he gets hot, because the kid can play. And you put him in the right system, he's going to make some noise in the NBA. I think the Pistons would be perfect for landing spot for Christian Wood again. Bring him back.
I love Christian Wood. I think Christian Wood would be a good pick. I thought that I know that in the draft they were talking about the Pistons moving back with Houston for Jalen Green and some players, and I was saying that Christian Wood coming back with Jalen Green would be a nice haul. So, but I'm high on Christian Wood. But my favorite player in the league besides Harden, you gotta look at the Pistons timeline and things that's happened. Pistons never win the draft lottery. We never win the draft lottery. It happened this year.
It could happen again.
Last year we had the core 4, right? The core 4 was there, and the core 4 is Saban Lee, Sadiq Bey, Killian Hayes, and Beef Stew. Stu and Sadiq made the all-rookie team. We got to be realistic here. The timeline got accelerated when we got Cade this past year. So that gives us 5 young players. We have to resign these 5 young players. It's not realistic that we're going to be able to sign all 5 of them. And we all know that we're either going to have to sign a player in free agency with this money a lot of money that we have, or we're going to have to move one of these guys to bring another player in here to keep Cade here and to be competitive with Cade. I say that because there's a situation out there that is rare. Ben Simmons, I think people forget how good Ben Simmons is. Rookie season, Ben Simmons in the Philadelphia 76ers won 52 games. go to the second round in the playoffs. Ben Simmons has never missed the playoffs.
Rookie
50 wins every year. We got to remember what happened to him in Philly, where he's never been a part of the process. The process has always been about Joel Embiid. We've had Markelle Fultz drafted and traded. Nerlens Noel drafted and traded. Okafor drafted and traded.
Michael Carter Williams drafted and traded. Rookie of the year, by the way.
Yeah, rookies of the year. You know, these guys have come and gone. They're not part of the process. And the organization has been behind Joel Embiid 100%.
Right.
I just wonder if that organization was behind Ben Simmons as much as Milwaukee was behind Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I see where you're going with that. The problem is that Ben Simmons, I feel like the only reason why Ben Simmons, they picked Joel over Ben Simmons, because that's honestly what they did. You had an option. You was either going to try to build your team around Ben Simmons. Yeah, you're going to try to build your team around Joel Embiid. The obvious pick was Joel Embiid, but for me, I would have picked Ben Simmons. Two reasons why. Joel is not going to be able to last you a full season and the playoffs. Even last year, he was in the playoffs, he was playing hurt, right? That's the whole Dwight Orlando situation. You got a dominant center, then you surround them with shooters, thinking that that's going to work. And it hasn't worked yet. You know what I'm saying? The last time that it was something similar to that was Hakeem and with the Houston Rockets. That was the last time when you had a dominant big man with a bunch of shooters around him. And that actually worked to win a championship. Me, I would have went with Ben Simmons because of the style of the way the game is played. I would have had my team running through Ben Simmons and then allow them to kick to the shooters, you know? But Ben Simmons, the problem with him, LA, man, he doesn't develop his offensive game. He's not a three-level scorer. And as a superstar, you have to be that in today's game. You got to be able to score three different levels.
I think the mold of the team is the reason why he hasn't been there. You got to look at a guy like Ben Simmons who wants to play fast. He likes to grab the rebound and get to running. Well, Embiid's not going to run up and down the floor. And Philadelphia is not running plays and not running an offense in that facet. It's, a lot of the time it's come down the court, dump it down to Joe. If you look at Ben Simmons, like I say, you want to play fast, you put more shooters around him. Rookie year, they did well. The next year, they go out and get Jimmy Butler and take the ball out of his hands. We all know Jimmy Butler can't shoot the basketball. So there's inconsistencies. And then you can't sit him in a corner. And it's a log jam with Embiid out there. You know what I'm saying? The best trade, and the reason why I say he's so rare too, he's elite at defense. Probably the best defender in the league. On ball,
especially
he can take your best player. He can take your best player from 1 through 5 out of the game. We see what he did to Trae Young. We've seen what he can do. Offensively, like I said, if he play faster up and down, that fits us in here in Detroit. You got wings like Hamidou Diallo and Josh Jackson that can get up and down the floor. Cade Cunningham is pushing the pace. Killian Hayes shooting the ball well this year. I think he had 36% from 3 this year. He was leading the team. Cade in the last 5 games is shooting 48% on a minimum of 7 threes per game. The shooters are getting there. We see what Frank Jackson doing. So the ball is starting to hit the basket. He locked up for 4 years. He fits the timeline. You ain't got to worry about him leaving. He can develop his game, and he can be here for Cade while he's developing his game. I think the trade, as his value is diminishing, the trade will probably be something like Sadiq Bey, Jeremy Grant for Ben Simmons. And when you slide in Ben Simmons here, you can put him at the 4. You have a starting lineup. And the other trade I would do, I think is possible, because Indiana's trying to rebuild.
Come on with it.
Miles Turner. I think Kelly Olynyk and a future first. You take the salary of Miles Turner, so now they get cap space, and you give them a future first round pick. You bring in a defender in Miles Turner. He can spread the floor with shooting 3. He can rim, catch the lives, and he's a rim protector, one of the best rim protectors in the league.
Miles Turner is a complete basketball player too, man. He can score the ball too, you know, and he
don't have a problem running.
He's looking for a bigger role, man. He said he's been in the press. He feel like he's a glorified role player in Indiana. Also, too, on that same team, man, Indiana, man, they're going to lose 3 great players. Karis LeVert can fit here in Detroit. Sabonis can fit here in Detroit. Reason why I like Sabonis too, I would say Karis LeVert would probably be last for me, because Sabonis can be at the high post, and then he can make great passes. Sabonis is an underrated passer, man, just like his dad. and he could score within that mid-range to get to the bucket left-hand guy. But I definitely like Miles Turner too, man.
I think a
The
starting
Pistons is in
lineup.
really good shape, man. For real, people don't know, man. You have to, bro. We are in really good shape. People looking at 4 wins, like, man, first of the party, man. Y'all tripping. We not. We just first of the party. We here. We seeing the festivities before y'all is. That's all it is. But we gonna walk y'all through it. We gonna show y'all how Detroit gonna be all right.
I think a starting lineup of Killian Hayes, Cade Cunningham, Hamidou Diallo, and Ben Simmons, and Miles Turner would be really good with Beef coming off the bench with Frank Jackson, Josh Jackson, Saban. I think this team could get to the 10th spot, maybe play in, or maybe not make the play in. But you got to remember that pick that we got from next year. Man, Ben Simmons and Miles Turner here on a team that already plays really good defense. We know Killian is a hound on defense. Cade's been playing really good defense. Hamidou's a really good defender. I think the offense will come. The floor spacing is there too because Miles Turner can shoot the 3. Now he's a threat scoring the basketball where Beef hasn't really been the threat on the offensive end. And I think he'll be more effective on the second unit. So I think the Pistons should I think they're going to get into that Ben Simmons talk because you got to look at the criteria of what Jeremy Grant looking for too. He can go to Philadelphia and be that 3rd or 4th option behind Tobias and Embiid, and he'll get a lot of open, clean looks playing with Embiid because he gets doubled a lot. He'll be that slasher. He can run the floor, and he's another defender that they can throw out there with Tybal, and he can make plays. Another thing, he wants to play for a black head coach and a black GM. Well, Elton Brand's there, and they got
Doc Rivers.
Coach and Doc Rivers. So it fits there. He's a playoff team, and they don't have to worry about him playing right now because we know he's out for 6 weeks. He'll be back by February. They won't be affected by that because Ben Simmons hasn't played all year.
Right.
So what you'll be adding is Sadiq Bey, who went to Villanova, Philly product. There you go. Slide him right in. It makes more sense. I think that deal probably is gonna. I like it. I think it can happen, and I think what they really waiting on is Dame because they see Portland, and they keep going down in the front offices is with Neil O'Shea resigning and the coaching situation with Chauncey Billups, who I will keep my eye on. I think Dame could find his way to the Lakers.
Hey man, I would love to see Dwayne Casey get moved on and we bring Chauncey in.
Yeah, and look, man.
Hey, man, I know. That's how I feel, though.
And I want to go back to Jeremy Grant before I jump on Casey. I think Jeremy Grant could be the trade piece like Stackhouse was for the Pistons, where Stackhouse was that legit player. Then we traded him for Rip, who everybody looked at as a step back, but it actually put us forward. I think that's a good move, and also. When it comes to Casey, we've seen these head coaches like we rapped before. Mark Jackson fired Steve Kerr. Rick Carlisle here in Detroit, back-to-back 50-win seasons, then Larry Brown. We see it a lot. It happens a lot in this league, but I think the game has passed him by. He's just outdated. He's a hell of a defensive coach, and he's a great coach of men. He's gonna get these young boys to be great men and mature them fast. But I think the game has passed him by, man. I think it's time for him to go, man. I think we got to get a young coach and get an offensive coach. Let's go get the most out of these offensive games because the defense is there for these boys. The foundation is already there.
The thing I like about Chauncey know that their defense win championships. That's not something that you got to tell Chauncey. That's something that he lives. That's how he won a championship is by playing defense and being a team player on offense, and then having that one guy that can be a difference maker when shit get tight. But two, man, the thing that I'd be excited about. The reason why I think that the Pistons are in prime real estate right now is because of the draft that's coming up. Not only with the free agents, man, you could take any combination of pieces that we just talked about and let those trades happen, and we still in prime real estate, man. I got my eyes on 5 guys that I would like the Pistons to draft if we decide to get the number 1 pick.
Let's hear Breeze. What's their names?
So, at number 5, what we're gonna go with is these are interchangeable. We got the 2 Jaydens, all right. We got Jayden Harden or we got Jaden Ivory. Both of them play 2 guard, both of them athletic scorers. Okay. We're gonna run down this list kind of fast because I want you to get your 5 in or get yours in too. All right, at number 4, we're gonna go Jayden Duran, big man, right? A lot of people thinking like, why would we go with him? All you got to do is turn on the tape, and you will see how he can help the Pistons. Getting another legit big man is not going to do anything but help the Pistons. It's going to help Beef Stew. It's going to help KO. All right. Now, another one. This is my wild card. If he comes out, Chet Holmgren. We talking about a guy that's 7'1", a guy that can score the ball. He can get up and down the floor. I don't see why not adding him would be a problem with the Pistons. But like I said, he my number 3. All right. This is where it get crazy. A lot of people think this is the best player in the draft. I'm here to tell you, he not. He good. Paleo is my number 2 option for the Pistons. I don't think Paleo is the best player in the draft. He is a top 2 player in the NCAA right now. I love what he's doing for Duke. But getting in trouble with the drinking, we don't need that here in Detroit. We trying to cut down on the bullshit. I'm going to just be honest with it. But the kid can play. I don't really have no knocks against him. But this guy I got at number 1, Jabari Smith from Auburn, man. He's 6'10". Bro, yeah, I've been doing homework if you ain't know. Because he's 6'10", bro. He letting it fly. He can get it done. He a 3-level scorer, bro, and a defender. You take that kid here and you get him with the Detroit Pistons with Cade Cunningham and a combination of these young players. Bro, we on the rise. We're going to do exactly what Chicago is doing right now. Chicago was a dark horse. That's what the Pistons will be. I'm telling you, bro. Jabari Smith, bro. Jabari Smith, man, from Auburn. 6'10" kid. Please, man, look him up. 6'10", 220.
I like Jabari Smith out of Auburn, and I like Banchero out of Banchero from Duke. Paulo is athletic. The only thing that's and it'll probably either be Hardy, Banchero, or Jabari. I like Hardy because, like I said, you take the Corey Joseph off the floor, and you're gonna need that ball handle off the second unit. He can play the 2 and he can play the 1. He's a combo guard. That's why I like at 2, especially if we get the Ben Simmons trade or we make a move for Buddy Hield or something like that. I would love that. Jabari, man.
Man, you see it. Look, and you see it on tape. It's clear to see, bro. You can see it when you pop on
defender,
the tape, man.
Plays. He's got energy, no motor issues, 3-level score, like you said. But the biggest asset is that pistol. Boy, letting it fly. 3-ball is crazy. I can see the pick and pop game with him and K going nuts. Pick and pop game with him and Killian. Pick and roll game because he can play above the rim as well. I definitely love him. I love them 3 over Chet. Chet just don't fit here for me.
I understand.
Small.
And listen, let me get. You've been saying your starting 5. This will be my dream starting 5 for the Pistons, bro. You give me Killian at the 1. You give me Buddy Hield at the 2. You give me Cade at the 3. Let me get Jabari Smith at the 4, bro. And then we can do like we could do maybe fuck it. We'll just keep Beef Stew at the 5 because it'd be hard for us to get Buddy Hield and a Miles Turner. I think if you take that 5-man and you build out a good bench, we working, bro. We working. You move Sadiq to the bench, we working, bro. We working. And then you still got another draft pick too, man.
Yeah.
You still with that Buddy Hield trade, you'll get that draft pick from Milwaukee. So Milwaukee probably gonna go deep into the playoffs. That's still another late round pick that you can get at least a good solid role player. You know,
you can take
solid
that
role
pick,
player.
You can take that pick and package it with a player.
There you go. There you go.
My dream 5 would be K, Killian, Hamadou, Ben Simmons, and Miles Turner. If we can get Miles, if we can get that through there, but if we can't get Miles, then it'd be Ben Simmons and a Beef Stew. But I just think Ben Simmons is an opportunity that we just got to jump on. So that's what I would go to. But this draft, Jabari, that's what I want. I want Jabari. I want Jayden Duran. That's what I want this draft, man.
That's what I want, bro.
Shit, while we on this draft,
okay,
the NFL draft coming up.
Yes,
Aiden Hutchinson
sir.
been in the news a lot this week talking about he will be well today he said he would be a hometown hero × 2 if he got drafted number 1.
That's true.
He fits what we need. He'll bring buzz. He'll put asses in the seat.
Yeah.
I think we both can agree that at number 1, Aiden Hutchinson is the guy, or the guy we want to pick. but it's that second first round pick, ranging from around 25, into the back end of the draft.
Yeah,
Where you
we
going with that
acquired that
second
from the
pick,
Rams.
Breeze? Where
So
you
we
going,
acquired
Breeze?
that. We acquired that pick from the Rams. The Rams is definitely going to be a playoff team. They just beat the top NFC team, last night in the Cardinals. Mm-hmm. So they're going to be a later pick. So with that particular pick, man, I'm going to probably go.
Keep in mind, though, Breeze, you got the first pick of the second round, so you don't have to, rush. Right. Some players could fall to you with that second pick.
This is not a quarterback draft. I think the quarterback draft is going to be next year. This is not a deep quarterback draft. You got none of these quarterbacks I'm extremely excited about. And to me, the best quarterback in this draft I would probably go with would be Matt Corral. I know everybody talking about the kid from Pitt.
Pickett.
I'm not big on Pickett. I think Pickett. I think as far as talent wise, I'm going Matt Corral. But anyway, to answer your question, the pick that I will be going will probably be the receiver, bro, from I just said it earlier today. I should have wrote it down. The receiver from Arkansas. Yeah, the receiver from Arkansas. That's who I would go. But that's who I'm picking with in that range. Because yes, there's some better receivers in this draft, but in that particular range, though, that's exactly who I would go with. If the Pistons can get Aiden and then get him, we got 2 starters, and let's rock and roll. Let's go. Most definitely,
man. The thing with Treylon Burks, man, and the real reason, a lot of reason why I like him is because he reminds me of Deebo Samuel. He plays inside, outside. He rushes the ball. They use him everywhere. But boy, is big. 6'2", 220 already. He's like a mixture between Deebo and A.J. Brown. That's how he's fast. He can run all the routes. I love him. And I think if you pair him with Hockenson, you can have something similar to what San Francisco is building with Deebo and Kittle. So I like that. And I think with the offensive line, the way it's built, shout out to the offensive line, Penei Sewell, top tackle rated by PFF. Shout out to Craig Reynolds, top running back rated by PFF this week. That's a kudos to the offensive line. That's a kudos to Penei Sewell. So, like I said, man, Treylon Burks, I like that pick. When you said best quarterbacks, I think it's still Sam Howell, North Carolina quarterback. He lost a lot of talent. De'Anthony Brown left. Both running backs left North Carolina, Javonte Williams and Michael Carter. He lost a lot of production. And then you look at what he did this year. He lost 2 of his top receivers. But this year, he's running the ball more. He's more mobile. You know what I'm saying? Look at if you were to grab him, or any quarterback, Matt Corral, they're coming into an offensive line.
We can't forget about Desmond Ridder neither. I think to me, Desmond Ridder probably, in my opinion, he's the second best quarterback behind Matt Corral. I really love Matt Corral. I love the talent, bro. But go ahead. I'm high on him.
Any quarterback that we bring in here is going to come in here with a running back that can catch out the backfield, playing behind an offensive line that can open up holes. So he'll have a run game. He'll have a weapon out the backfield, whether it's Jamal Williams or Darius Swift. Or DeAndre Swift. He'll have a Pro Bowl tight end and T.J. Hockenson. And then at the wide receiver, that's where the hole is at. But I don't know if that's that much of a hole.
That's odd, too, because in Detroit, we known for drafting receivers all the time. So the fact
but you got to look at our receiver room. Our receiver room is kind of weird. Like, earlier in the season, Quintez Cephas was balling. Leading the team in touchdowns, everything. He was doing his thing. He gets hurt, collarbone. Trade for Josh Reynolds, a player that has chemistry with Jared Goff. Now he's having back-to-back good games here in Detroit. So now you wonder, and then you see Lil Khalif Raymond having really good games. Now Amon-Ra St. Brown having great games, back-to-back A+ catches the last couple games. It makes you wonder what the receivers will look like playing behind the offensive line that hasn't played. Frank Ragnar's not playing. Decker missed games. You know what I'm saying? Behind a healthy O-line, Cephas, Reynolds, Hockenson, all them together. I still think with the second pick, I think you could go quarterback, but at receiver, you might have. I like Treylon Burks. Burks.
That's where I would go. I would go receiver too. I know everybody want to hate on Goff. Hey man, everybody can't be a superstar quarterback. Jared Goff is obviously good enough to get you to the Super Bowl if you surround him with talent and a good game plan. Another thing, too, Jared Goff is highly efficient off the play action pass. What we have to do as an offense is learn how to be a run-first offense. Make sure that we have a predominantly run game, okay, against anybody. And then that would open up that play action. And now Jared Goff can be the quarterback that we need him to be. But if you asking Jared Goff to drop back like he Matt Stafford or some of these other quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes, the list goes on, that's not his style. You know, he's more Ryan Tannehill than he is these other quarterbacks. He's more talented. He's better than Ryan Tannehill. But look at Ryan Tannehill. He's struggling now. His receivers are hurt. His main running back is hurt. He's not the same. Earlier this year, he was setting the world on fire because he was able to hand the ball off. And then the play action, now I'm opening up. We got 8 in the box. I got single coverage. I can read it easier. You know, let's make Jared Goff's job easier, man. You know, let's not make it harder. Let's make it easier for him. And we do that by running the ball.
I'm gonna go a different route. I'm gonna go defense again with the second pick. I'm gonna take that back. And the reason why I say that, Jacobs just went down with a ACL injury, the corner. Rookie corner has been playing really good. The other rookie corner, AJ Parker's been playing okay, been playing well. Obi Melifonwu, Iffy Melifonwu, the rookie we drafted this year, missed a lot of games with a quad. And we know what happened with Okuda in the Achilles, struggling. I don't hold that last year against him. He played against the best receivers in the league back to back in a pandemic season with no training camp. So I don't hold that against him. But like I told you earlier, with the corners that we drafted, a couple of them down with injury, one coming off an injury, I think to help Okuda, you can move him to free safety. You give you a safety that can cover. He's already a good tackler. And we already know what that position does. We've seen Charles Woodson transform into that role. Sauce Gardner, the corner from Cincinnati.
Man, that's Devin Gardner, little brother.
Yeah. Sauce from here, big corner, fast, the star of the Cincinnati defense. He can play inside and outside. We know we got in Amani O on the other side. You got the pass rusher Aiden Hutchinson, and the pass rush helps the secondary. Well, this time you can go get that pass rusher and then say the secondary can help the pass rusher now and go get Sauce Gardner. And the worst and if you don't move Okuda to the free safety, now you got Okuda, Sauce Gardner, Obi, and Amani Oruwariye in a passing lead. You can't go wrong with that. So that helps your nickel and dime situation to where now you ain't got to play safeties in the slot. And then in the second round, you get that first pick in the second round. And all these receivers is still there, from Chris Olave to Garrett Wilson to both Ohio State boys. Jamison Williams from Alabama, the speedster. He there. Drake London, the big fella from USC that was lighting it up. You know what I'm saying? That you pair that with Hockenson, now you can get your receiver first pick in the second round, and you can build your defense with them first 2 picks. So Sauce Gardner is a player you got to keep your eye on. And like I said, 2 hometown boys.
I think that'll be good too, man. With the offense, how the offense is looking right now, getting a receiver, a big body on the outside, a possession receiver, similar to maybe like a Keenan Allen or even a Mike Evans. That helps Jared Goff too. That's a big target. I have confidence that I can throw it. I can back shoulder to him.
In the red zone.
In the red zone, I can throw the fade route to the corner of the pylon back there. I think that'd be a wonderful, man. That's something that we missing I've always said we missing a big time player. And I know a lot of the people, even you helped me kind of see that the receivers these days is more ran by committee than it is the number one guy. But it's always good to at least feel like you got a number one guy on the outside. You can ask any quarterback in the world, they want to have a guy that they feel comfortable with. And he does have a security blanket with TJ Hockenson. Well, fuck it, give him 2. Give him 2 security blankets. You know what I'm saying?
A big player like Drake London to take the pressure off TJ. Defenses can't double TJ because Drake London out there, or Garrett Wilson, or Jahan Dotson. It's a lot of this receiver draft is really deep.
Yeah,
so
it's deep.
Defense wouldn't be a bad situation. Maybe a linebacker. or either
I
another
honestly,
pass rusher.
I honestly hope the Lions don't go quarterback though this year. I hope they hold off and try to build the team more. I'm a very big fan of doing what like San Francisco did, and I believe in building up your team in every position to the best possible way you can. Then going to find you a quarterback.
Yeah,
I hate when these people like the Jets, they go get these quarterbacks, man. You bring them to these shitty teams. You know, the quarterback can't solve every problem, but a good solid team and then adding a decent quarterback. Now that's something that can help you out. We've seen quarterbacks with not big names win Super Bowl titles. We've seen that before. What we need to do is continually build this team up to be the best possible team. And then next year, if we still ask, pull the trigger on a quarterback then. I don't really think this is the quarterback draft, in my opinion. Next year draft, man, you will see. I'm telling y'all in advance, that 2023 draft class, as far as quarterback go, it's gonna be back to the normal cycle of having those guys in there, you know.
and it make more sense for the Lions to go for a quarterback in that draft where you get the Bryce Youngs and maybe a CJ Stroud or whatever.
Most
you go
definitely.
after them guys, and you got all that draft capital. They'll have 2 third-round picks and 2 first-round picks again next year. So if you don't get the first pick because your team is more equipped, you got a shit ton of picks to go out to trade up and get a Stroud or Bryce. So
that's what I'm saying. You could definitely can move around. But the Lions, man, keep running the ball, man. Find a way to run the ball. Be creative in the run game. Run the ball.
4 games
man.
left. All we need is y'all to lose well.
Lose well.
Yesterday was a good loss. You lost without Swift and Hockenson. Hey, good loss. You know what I'm saying? We just need good inspirational losses. We don't need to win too many games, and we don't need to lose too bad. So I like what they're doing. Just don't get knocked out. Speaking of knockouts, what about your boy Loma?
So that lightweight division is on fire right now.
Let's start
there, right? Loma had a dominating performance, dog. As usual, we all knew that. Now, a lot of people are so short-lived mentally, bro. Loma. First of all, if you know boxing, we all knew Loma was going to dominate Kami. We already knew that. Yeah. But if you ask me, out of all the lightweights that just fought, I personally think that Loma victory wasn't more impressive than any of the other ones because of the competition that he fought was lesser than all the other guys that fought. The Devin Haney's, the Tank Davises. Your competition wasn't stiffer than theirs. So you did what you're supposed to do, you know? But was it a dominant performance? Yes. Does Loma look like he back and he ready to make some noise in the lightweight division? Hell yeah, he is. You know what I'm saying? He is a boxer, man. And that dude is gifted. He gifted when it comes to that footwork. I will give him that, bro. I watched boxing for a long time, and there's not too many people I can see footwork that's better than Loma's. The way he's spinning people around, the way he getting his shots off, he a boxer, man. He is a boxer, bro.
I like what Loma did, man. I like what he did, man. Loma did his thing. Loma is Loma. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko is a beast, man. I love what he did. Yes, I will agree. It wasn't more impressive than Devin Haney. It wasn't more impressive than Tank Davis.
And it wasn't more impressive than Shakur, too. We forget Shakur just fought. It wasn't more impressive than his either.
Shakur. I think the best fight for him, I don't think it's Kambosos. I think the best fight for him, man, I think it should be Teofimo. Let's get the rematch. Run it back. Run it back. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo, get a big payday, man. Throw it on pay-per-view, give him his fight. And then you redeem yourself after this loss. Well, a lot of people saying that he was sick. A lot of people saying that didn't matter. But I don't think he did enough to get the match with Kambosos. But it was another fighter out there, man, that stole the show for me, bro.
It was for me too, man. Got 4-0, silver medalist.
Hey, when y'all hear 4-0, y'all hear 4-0,
tell them.
Don't be like, Gotta remember, Lomachenko was what? 5-0, 6-0 when he went after it. But he had a big amateur pedigree. Keyshawn Davis.
Bro, that boy got what you need. And where is he at? The lightweight division. Y'all don't understand, man. That lightweight division is on fire right now. And it's nothing but
silver medalist. What you tell me earlier, silver medalist. You also stated
two people that won silver medalists, man, Earl Spence, Floyd Mayweather.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's something about winning that silver in the Olympics, bro.
Not getting that gold, you get that hunger. You know, you get that hunger. You know what I'm saying? So I love him. Body work, power. He was just
Hey,
nasty.
he has a personality about him. He's flamboyant a little bit. He talking shit. He telling people he hungry. The kid said he want to have 8 fights next year, bro. That's what he said.
He said he
want
ready
to
for a
fight
title
8
shot
times.
now. He said he ready for the top champions now, and I think he is.
And then we got Boots in that same division too, man. Boots. Man, I love that lightweight division, bro. It is so much firepower in that division, bro. Like, I'm ready. And I think to go back to Loma, man, I want to see Loma. I want to see him fight Shakur. Let's see who the better boxer is, bro. They say styles make fights, but Shakur, he feels like he's the master boxer, and Loma has showed that he's the master boxer. Let's see who's better. Let's see who's better, bro.
That's a good pay-per-view fight.
Because I really think that Devin Haney is up next for Kambosos. If Kambosos is serious really about fighting champions and not just want to take a bum his next fight, and let me not say bum, because that's what we thought T.O. was doing, and T.O. ended up losing. So we want him to fight a well-known name his next fight in Australia. But Devin Haney said he'll fly out there. Shakur said the same thing. And, of course, Tank said he want to fight everybody in the division.
Hey, I think,
like
I said before, I think it's Ryan Garcia versus Tank. I think Kambosos versus Devin Haney. And like you just said, give us Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko.
Let's see what's up.
Let's get these eliminators out there, man. Let's see what the fight. Let's see who the best are, man. And another thing about Keyshawn Davis, man, he's a part of that Terrence Crawford stable. You know, Shakur Stevenson do work with Terrence Crawford. You see him doing work with Terrence Crawford. So I like him, man. But we seen another young fighter that was good too, man. Big Baby. The real Big Baby.
Came out there with the pimp hat. Ivory cane. You seen how he was walking out there swagged up, dog. You know what I'm saying, cuz? Like, dog. Hold on, before we get to Big Baby, let me backtrack real quick. I want to put people on. That's why we first to the party. Not only is Keyshawn Davis good, but he got 2 other brothers that's fighting too, and they all undefeated. They call themselves DB3. There's 3 of them. They all undefeated. Now, I will say this. His brother got dropped in the 4th round, and he came back and ended up winning. His brother fought the fight right before him. They all undefeated, man. So look up Keyshawn Davis, man, and look up his brothers, bro. They all undefeated, man. Keep your eyes on them, bro. Yeah, keep your eyes on them, man. Yeah, they exactly. That's what they is, big bro. They exactly like the Russell. But like you was saying, Big Baby though, undefeated. He dropping shit. Let's dropping shit, dog.
He knocked out everybody he done fought. A true boxer can box. You know, you can see the pedigree. No shots at Wilder. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Wilder fan. I love Wilder and everything he accomplished. He did his thing. But when you look at Big Baby, man, just big fella, can box. You know where he's supposed to be at in the ring. Power in each hand. Nobody's surviving.
Man, he might be next up in the heavyweight division, bro. He might be next up in the heavyweight division. You know, if you look at the landscape, if he play his cards right, and he do if he keep destroying people like that in no time. But you know what? I hope people don't start running from him. That's the thing too, man. That's why as boxing fans, we get the short end of it, because in UFC, we watching them Saturday after Saturday, man. The best fighting the best.
Hey, we see what happened Saturday. Man. Michelle Nunes.
Man.
She lost, man.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Juliana Pena. She did her thing. Oliveira defended his title. I thought Poirier was gonna do it. But hey, they ain't get it done, man. I thought Conor's gonna come in and get the rematch against the John Cena UFC. But we ain't get it. But, hey, no Tigers this week, still in the lockout. Red Wings had a similar week like the Pistons, all losses. Motown Mo been out with the concussion. Hopefully he'll be back tonight against the Islanders. Hopefully we can get back on a winning stride. Pistons game was canceled tonight against the Bulls.
Postpone COVID for sure, man.
But other thing too, man. Detroit, man.
The last thing too we got to touch on too, man. Michigan Wolverines. It's a big day for us tomorrow. The football team tomorrow, man. It's signing day. It's signing day. Hey, listen, dog, we got a lot of. Listen, Michigan got the number 9 ranked national team right now as far as commits going for the 2022 class. I promise y'all, when we come back to y'all next week, we probably gonna jump at least 4 spots. We probably gonna jump from 9 to 4, 9 to 5. Yo, we got commits coming, and I'm on the
I
trail.
can't wait
man. You
tomorrow,
know I'm on
man.
Twitter.
It's gonna be
Recruiter Joe. I'm tweeting them all, baby. We need them all, man.
Let's get
4
it.
stars, the 5 stars, go blue. Listen, man.
Hey, I done told some recruits to come here because of Cuzzo's Chicken and Waffles. I done told them to come here. We got dispensaries all across the globe here in Michigan. I done told them to come here because Coney Island dogs. I done told them to come here because of the rap scene. We got Babyface Ray. We doing it, man. We doing it here in Detroit. You know nothing up. Hey, Lil Doug. 42 Lil Doug, man.
Lil Doug, man.
Hey,
that's
man.
all we got for y'all this week, man, on episode 9 of First to the Party, bro.
We'll be back next week. Hey,
like,
next week we prime y'all for that game. Big game next weekend.
Oh, you know what's going down, man. Shout out to them Eastern Eagles, too, man. They playing the bowl game this week, too, man. Shout out to them boys, man. I know a couple people on the staff, so shout out to them boys. We trying to bring home a dub. Go Eagles, man.
Let's go Eagles. Hey, Eagles, go get that dub. Bring it home, man. It's the city of Michigan. Bring it home. We behind y'all. Hey, coach, bring us one home, man. Get them together.
On, man. Listen, dog, if y'all need local sports for when it comes to Michigan, y'all know where y'all supposed to be at, man. First to the Party, this episode 9. Listen, like, comment, subscribe. Stop playing. We on Facebook, Twitter. We everywhere. There's no excuses, man. And we all get the YouTube video shared, man. And please don't forget to wash y'all feet. It's important.
It's really important. Don't go to nobody's house with them feet like that. You got to take your shoes off at the door.
Your mama taught you better, bro.
Grab that brick over there so we can break this chain.
You know it.
We out.
Big stats.